How to overcome language barriers when living abroad. Yes, in this video we're going to talk about that, because every time we move abroad, many of us have to face that language barrier because we don't speak the local language, right? Or sometimes the local people, if we're talking about English, local people, they don't speak English, and then you don't find the common language to communicate with, because you see, English is not my language either, but it's a very international language, so I could use in many countries, but not all of them. So in this video I'm going to give you a few tips that I chose to implement it in my life when I started living abroad 25 years ago. So let's see if these tips are working for you too. Hi, I am Susanna and I am your coach. I created Abroad with Susanna to support international women living abroad to pursue a lifelong learning approach and get confident and find a purpose while living abroad. Okay, moving abroad, yeah, it's very exciting, right? It's really exciting and exhilarating, and you're going to meet new people, learn about new places around the world, but when it comes to communicate with someone, it's challenging because, you might not speak the language, the local language, and the locals might not speak your own language. So it is difficult to find a way to communicate with people. So here are the tips that I'm going to share with you after, many years living abroad. The first one, it's quite obvious, right? But try to learn the native language. Yes, I know. Maybe it's very challenging. You are not a language speaker, language learner, but we all can learn some level of language, some level. Go to class. The first thing you can go to a native, the native language class. There are two benefits from that. One, you learn a new skill, and secondly, you're meeting with people that most likely are in your same situation because they are learning that language, right? The second one is, go to these gathers of volunteers where you can exchange languages. Maybe you teach your own language and then they will practice the local language with you. And this is a way, it's excellent because everybody feels like, okay, I'm providing some value and they are sharing some value to you, and you learn the new skill, you practice the skill, you communicate, and as well you meet people. You see, everything is double benefit. The second tip is embrace the local culture, right? Look, one of the most common problems or challenges when facing the barriers, the language barriers, communication barriers, is that we get stiff, right? Everybody gets stiff. The foreigner who arrives and the local who are there with they don't understand what we are saying. So one of the things is be open-minded and try to get into the culture of that country. You want to feel included, right? And then when you accept what the culture that is involved is there, you are part of it. You are open-minded. It's okay, this is how these people do this. And then when you learn about it, you feel like you can communicate a bit more because you know how they think, and hence you know how to use the language. Because it's not only learning the vocabulary or the grammar. It's about the way they think. And it doesn't mean that you have to completely change who you are, but it's you know how to adjust the way you communicate with that area, that place. Look, another confession. In Japan, people are shy and are very introverted. They're private. This is one of the most commonalities around Japan. Of course, individuals are different, but this is the common in the culture, in the society. Hence, you as a person, you shouldn't be very out loud or outspoken, because that is considered to be intrusive. So then you know you need to ask someone in Japan. It's like always very polite, but as well like introduce yourself, asking, saying sumimasen all the time, which it means I'm so sorry. It's like I beg your pardon. It's very, very polite, but as well it is a bit like a bit apologetic. It sounds a bit apologetic, but it's not. It's just the way people interact to each other, right? When I was living in the Netherlands, it's exactly the opposite. In the Netherlands, I don't know exactly the reasons, but maybe because it's a small country and it's surrounded by very big and strong countries. The Netherlands, you need to claim your area, your space, you as a person. So the way to communicate is very assertive, very direct, and it's, well, it is the way it is. It's neither good or bad. It's the way it is. At the beginning, for me, it was a bit challenging because I thought they were kind of attacking me, but it's not. It's just the way they communicate. So then you adjust accordingly. Okay, and the last tip, if you want to use language and you want to practice a bit more within, your own, you can download all these apps, fantastic apps that we can use on our phones. Because then, you go to a class, you practice with some new friends, the teacher, grammar properly, and then at home, you can keep practicing with your app. And that gives you a really sense of relax and comfort, and you have something tangible with you all the time. One of the things that I didn't have before was my apps, right? 25 years ago, no apps. But I was writing down like template sentences on cards. So every time I went out and I didn't remember, I could check my cards. So this is the same with your app. If you're out and about and you don't remember how to ask something, you can have it in your app that are some many templates prepared, or even having in your notes, like have some sentences prepared for you, so you feel more at ease. Okay, and that's it for today. What do you think about this video? Are these tips practical enough for you? So let me know in the comments below. And again, if you want to work with me as an expat coach, you want a personalized plan for you now that you have moved abroad and you cannot really cope with the whole change, you feel your confidence really low, talk to me. We can come up with a plan for you and we can work together for a few weeks, few months, up to you. Let me know. You can find my website in the description down below. And okay, that's it for today. I'll see you in my next video.